an end to all forms of national oppression, for disarmament, for disarmament, the dissolution of political military blocs, and cooperation amongst the peoples and countries for a world of peace and emancipation and for humanity's progress. The World Peace Council, in accordance with its character, does not support wars for forced redistribution of natural resources, of markets, and spheres of influence among the big capitalist powers for their geopolitical interests, attempting to change borders and impose their rule over the peoples, including by means of violent regime change, through controlling corporate media and manipulation of people's ability to access information and analysis. We denounce the foreign the foreign debt and the conditions that are imposed on the people as a great obstacle to peace and to facing up the climate change, as well as preventing the exercise of sovereign policies for the well being of the people. With these thoughts, dear friends, dear comrades, we express our solidarity with your struggle in India and wish you fruitful deliberations in your conference for the benefit of the people of India and its peace movement. Long live AIPSO, long live the World Peace Council. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rakis. We will get the speech of World Peace Council, and during the course of this conference, we will Jurix make the copies and we will circulate to all our delegates. Now, I request Mr. Dr. Jaswant Singh, who is the former president of the Doctors Association and now working in the office of the Chief Minister of Punjab. Please come on the dais. I request all the speakers, due to the time constraints, please try to conclude within 4 to 5 minutes. Now I request Mr. Tran Dec Loy from Vietnam, who is the standing vice president of Vietnam Peace Council. Mr. Loy.
Distinguished member of the Presidium, dear comrades and friends, first of all, please allow me to convey to all of you the warmest greetings of friendship and solidarity from Vietnam. For us, the Vietnamese people, India and its people have been always a true symbol of friendship and solidarity based on our common and unwavering friendship and solidarity based on our common values and mutually sympathy. The relations of friendship of our two people in the modern time, rooted from the common struggle for national independence against colonialism and imperialism, from our joint efforts of formation and strengthening the non-aligned movement in the 20th century, which was symbolized by a very close friendship between Ho Chi Minh and Nehru. This relation has been elevated to higher level by the widest and strong solidarity and support of the Indian people rendered to Vietnamese people in our liberation struggle against US imperialist aggression. We will never forget the days when millions of people in India went on the street for demonstration under slogan My name, your name, Vietnam, Vietnam. And I would like to use this occasion to express to all of you, our to all of you and Indian people, the most sincere thanks from people of Vietnam for your invaluable support and solidarity. Dear comrades, the Vietnam Peace Committee is very proud to have a long-standing and close friendship with all India Peace and Solidarity Organization. The Vietnam Peace Committee was founded in November 1950, just few months before the AIPSO. After the establishment, both organizations immediately joined the World Peace Council and the Asia Africa People's Solidarity Organizations, and since then have been together actively participating in the struggle for world peace and justice. AIPSO has been playing a key role in mobilization of people's movement in India to support the just causes of the people around the world, most notably to support the struggle of the people of Vietnam, Cuba, Bangladesh, Palestine, South Africa. The first AIPSO delegation visited Vietnam in 1974 was headed by its then Secretary General, Comrade Romesh Chandra, and was received by the Vietnamese Prime Minister Pham Van Dong. Since then, the cooperative relation and exchange between the AIPSO and Vietnam was never been interrupted. In opposite, from 2007, AIPSO has launched a new initiative of organizing India-Vietnam People's Friendship Festival on an annual and rotating basis. The festival since then have become an effective tool to bring our people closer to each other during the past 15 years. For the contribution to friendship between people of India and Vietnam, AIPSO Secretary General Pallab Gupta was awarded Order of Friendship by President of Vietnam. Comrades Ha Chan Singh and Arun Kumar were awarded Medal for Peace and Friendship Among Nations by the Vietnam Union of Friendship Organizations. Apart from bilateral relations, AIPSO has been also actively participating and contributing to the world peace and solidarity movements. The election of Comrade Pallab Gupta to be president of the World Peace Council by consensus at the recent WPC 22nd General Assembly held in Hanoi in November 2020 has shown once again the recognition by the WPC member organization of the important role and significance of the contribution of AIPSO in the world peace movement today. On this occasion, I would like to congratulate all the members of AIPSO and its leadership for the successes achieved during the past years. Dear comrades and friends, the world we live in today is full of complexity and contradictions. The greed-driven and profit above all capitalist modes of production, consumption, and distribution has generated and continue to deepen the ongoing financial, economic, social, and ecological crisis in the world. The world is entering to a period of disorder. The world peace, stability, and international law are being threatened more and more seriously by imperialist and hegemonic ambitions and unilateral aggressive actions of the major world and regional powers. More than 30 years after the ending of the Cold War, the military expenditure and armament is not decreasing, but quite in opposite, is increasing at unseen rate. Military blocs and alliances are being expanded. The very survival of the humanity is being threatened by the danger of use of nuclear weapons and climate change. Those are very serious problems for all of us, not of any single country or nations. Today, today's progressive humanity once again needs to be united in the struggle for peace and disarmament, for an equitable and sustainable mode of development, for a just international order based on truly equal and mutually beneficial cooperation among all nations. May I wish the National Conference of AIPSO every success to enable AIPSO to make a greater contribution to this vitally important struggle. I want to wish you all good health and happiness. Thank you very much.
Vietnam, 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 Vietnam. Thank you very much, Comrade. Estamos muy felices de estar aquí.
We are very happy to be here today.
Camaradas, amigas, amigos, hermanos.
Dear comrades, friends, and brothers,
Agradezco la hospitalidad y el cariño que hemos recibido en esta bella ciudad de Chandigarh y en la India.
we are grateful for the warm welcome that I received in India and especially in the beautiful city, Chandigarh.
Con esta intervención queremos rendir homenaje hoy al comandante Hugo Chávez en el 10º aniversario de su paso a la inmortalidad.
With this intervention, I want to pay tribute to the Commander Hugo Chavez on the 7th anniversary of this passage to the immortality.
Estimado Palace Gunta, presidente del Consejo Mundial de la Paz y secretario general de la Organización de toda la India por la Paz y la Solidaridad. Estimado Iraklis Tasdarivis, secretario ejecutivo del Consejo Mundial de la Paz. Queridos compañeros, el líder histórico de la Revolución Cubana, Fidel Castro Ruz, luchador incansable a favor de la paz y artífice de la unidad entre los pueblos, en marzo de 1962, cuando le fue otorgado el premio Lenin por la paz, expresó: la lucha por la paz, es decir, la lucha contra la guerra, la lucha por el desarme, significa no una actitud pasiva, sino una actitud activa en favor de la independencia y de la liberación de los pueblos. Fin de la cita.
Esteemed Palabsan Gupta, President of the World Peace Council and Secretary General of the All Indian Peace and Solidarity Organization. Esteemed Iraklis, Executive Secretary of the World Peace Council. And dear friends, the historical leader of the Cuban Revolution, Fidel Castro, a fighter for peace, in March 1962, when he was awarded the Lenin Peace Prize, he said, the struggle for peace, that is the struggle against war, the struggle for disarmament, means not be a passive attitude, but an active attitude in favor of independence and the liberation for the people.
Estimados camaradas, en nombre de nuestro pueblo, del Instituto Cubano de Amistad con los Pueblos, coordinador regional para las Américas y el Caribe, de nuestro presidente Fernando González Llor, héroe de la República de Cuba, y en el mío propio, les transmito un fraternal saludo a todos los participantes y el agradecimiento por invitarnos a participar en esta importante conferencia nacional de la Organización de toda la India por la Paz y la Solidaridad.
Dear comrades and friends, on behalf of the Cuban people and the Cuban Institute of Friendship with the People, regional coordinator for the American and the Caribbean, of our President Fernando González Llor, hero of the Republic of Cuba, and on my own behalf, I want to convey a warm greeting to all the delegates and our gratitude for inviting us to participate in this important national conference of the All Indian Peace and Solidarity Organization.
Este hermoso país de cultura milenaria y de noble y laborioso pueblo que ha sabido demostrar sabiduría y goza de prestigio internacional para convocar y aunar esfuerzos en favor de la paz, simboliza, en otras palabras, el lugar oportuno, en el momento oportuno para el tema que nos convoca hoy.
This beautiful country, with its ancient culture, has demonstrated wisdom and enjoyed international prestige to convene and enjoy effort for peace. This country is the right place at the right time for the issue that brings us together today.
El Consejo Mundial de la Paz, en su recién concluida asamblea realizada en Vietnam, nos llamó a desempeñar un papel más activo en la lucha por la paz, contra la guerra, las armas nucleares, el militarismo y el imperialismo en general.
The World Peace Council, in its recent assembly held in Vietnam, called upon us to play a more active role in the struggle for the peace against war, nuclear weapons, militarism, and imperialism in general.
Felicitamos una vez más al camarada Palacio Gunta por su reciente elección. Estamos convencidos que el CMP quedó más fortalecido y en condiciones de impulsar a una etapa cualitativamente superior la honrosa y compleja misión de defender los postulados de la paz en las actuales circunstancias en un mundo globalizado.
We congratulate once again Cornel Palak for his election. We are convinced that the World Peace Council was further strengthened and is in a position to move forward to a superior stage. The honorable and complex mission of defending the postulate of peace in the current circumstances of the global world.
Esta conferencia se celebra en una coyuntura internacional caracterizada por una creciente agresividad imperialista a nivel mundial y con el avance de un neofascismo con múltiples formas de expresión que ponen al mundo a las puertas de una nueva conflagración mundial con incalculables consecuencias para la vida en el planeta.
This conference being held in an international context characterized by the worldwide imperialist aggressive and with the advances of the neo-fascism with multiple forms of expression, which place the world at the gate of the new world conflagration with many consequences for the human life.
La supervivencia de la humanidad depende en gran medida de la eficacia de la labor que desarrollemos todos los pacifistas. Nuestra noble aspiración es que en este foro constituya un espacio de debate y de denuncia que permita implementar acciones a favor de la paz, la justicia social y la solidaridad entre los pueblos.
The survival of the humanity depends to a great extent of the effectiveness of the work developed by all pacifists. Our noble aspiration is that this forum constitute a space for shared ideas and denunciate, which allow us to implement actions in favor of peace, social justice, and solidarity among people.
El imperialismo norteamericano y el Tratado del Atlántico Norte, OTAN, son los máximos responsables de los golpes de Estado y de las guerras imperialistas, que con el pretendido de revertir todos los procesos de corte progresista y revolucionario, despliegan diversas estrategias geopolíticas a favor de sus intereses económicos, respaldándose en fuertes campañas dirigidas a confundir y desestabilizar a los pueblos y en descrédito a sus principales líderes, arrastrándonos a un clima de tensión y de conflictos bélicos.
North American imperialism and the North Atlantic Treaty, NATO, are the main responsible for the coup d'etat and imperialist war, which with the intention of reversing all progressive and revolutionary process, deploy geographical strategies in favor of the economic interests, supporting by the strong campaigns aimed at the confusion and destabilizing the people and discrediting the leaders, drawing us into a climate of tension and worldwide conflict.
Cuba ha expresado en diversas ocasiones que está comprometida con la Carta de las Naciones Unidas y con los tratados internacionales de los que es signataria. Se opone al uso o amenaza de la fuerza contra cualquier Estado y aboga por una solución diplomática seria, constructiva y realista de la guerra en Europa por medios pacíficos mediante el diálogo y la negociación.
Cuba has expressed on several occasions that his commitment with the Charter of the United Nations and international treaties, that it opposed to the use of the threat of force against any state and advocate a diplomatic, constructive, and realistic solution to the war in Europe by pacifist means through to the dialogue and the negotiation.
A su vez, denunciamos la política genocida del bloqueo económico, comercial y financiero impuesto por el imperialismo norteamericano al pueblo cubano por más de 60 años, recrudecido en extremos sin precedentes, sobre todo en el contexto de la pandemia de COVID-19, generando carencias materiales y causando daños cuantiosos y sufrimientos injustificables a las familias cubanas.
We denounce the genocide policy of the economic, commercial, and financial blockade imposed by the United States against Cuban people for more than 60 years, which has been intensified an unprecedented degree, especially in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic, generating material shortage and causing considerable damage and suffering to the Cuban families.
Hacemos un llamado a la comunidad internacional para continuar exigiendo el levantamiento del brutal bloqueo económico al que está sometida nuestra isla y la devolución del territorio ocupado ilegalmente por la base naval norteamericana en Guantánamo, el enclave militar más antiguo de Estados Unidos fuera de sus fronteras, que existe contra la voluntad del pueblo y gobierno cubano.
We call on the international community to continue demanding the lifting of the brutal economic blockade, to which our island is subject on the return of the territory illegally occupied by the U.S. naval base in Guantanamo, the oldest military base in place outside his borders, which exists against the will of our people and government.
En ese sentido, hasta que no sea devuelto este territorio usurpado por el imperialismo norteamericano, seguiremos reclamando en todos los espacios multilaterales la devolución a su legítimo dueño, como no dejaremos de exigir el levantamiento del criminal bloqueo económico, comercial y financiero.
Until this territory usurped by U.S. is returned, we will continue to demand in all multilateral forums the return of this territory to Cuba, just as we will continue to demand the lifting of the criminal, economic, commercial, and financial blockade.
De igual manera, denunciamos la inclusión de Cuba por el gobierno de Estados Unidos en la arbitraria lista de países que supuestamente patrocinan el terrorismo internacional. Esta es una de las mayores infamias que impacta directamente en el bienestar del pueblo cubano y agudiza los problemas económicos y sociales por la dificultad de efectuar transacciones financieras hacia Cuba. Esta no es más que una política de castigo, asfixia y persecución.
Likewise, we denounce the inclusion of Cuba in the arbitrary list of countries that sponsor international terrorism. This is one of the greatest infamies that directly impact the well-being of the Cuban people and worsen the economic and social problems due to the difficulty of carry out legal, financial, and commercial transactions with Cuba. This is nothing more than a policy of punishment and persecution.
Ratificamos que Cuba no promueve ni promoverá jamás el terrorismo. Lo condena en todas sus formas y manifestaciones por haber sido víctima durante más de 60 años del terrorismo de Estado promovido y financiado por el gobierno de los Estados Unidos a costa de valiosas vidas y del sufrimiento del pueblo cubano.
We ratify that Cuba doesn't and will never promote terrorism. We condemn the terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. We have been a victim for more than 60 years of state terrorism promoted and financed by the government of the United States.
Nos solidarizamos con todas las causas justas de los pueblos y expresamos nuestra preocupación por la existencia de armas nucleares, bases militares extranjeras alrededor de todo el mundo, siendo causas que laceran a la paz. Ratificamos el compromiso asumido de continuar consolidando la proclama de América Latina y el Caribe como zona de paz, aprobada durante la segunda cumbre de la CELAC, celebrada en La Habana, Cuba, el 29 de enero de 2014.
We stand in solidarity with the all just causes of the people and express our concern about the existence of nuclear weapons and foreign military bases around the world, being causes that harm peace. We ratify the commitment assumed to continue developing the proclamation of the Latin America and Caribbean as a stone of peace, approved during the second summit of the Latin American Caribbean State Community held in Havana, Cuba, in January 2014.
Estimados camaradas, Cuba fue sede en el mes de noviembre pasado del 22 Encuentro Internacional de Partidos Comunistas y Obreros y en febrero de este año del primer encuentro de publicaciones teóricas de partidos y movimientos de izquierda convocado por la revista Cuba Socialista, órgano teórico y político del Partido Comunista de Cuba.
Dear comrades and friends, Cuba hosted last November the 22 International Meeting of the Communist and Worker Parties, and in February of this year, this first meeting of the theoretical publication of the left parties as movement, convened by the magazine Cuba Socialist Theoretical and Political Organ of the Communist Party of Cuba.
En ambos foros fueron aprobados declaraciones finales y planes de acciones, haciéndose un llamado a los pueblos a demandar el respeto a los principios de libre determinación de los pueblos, independencia, igualdad soberana y la no injerencia en los asuntos internos de los estados, así como el derecho legítimo de los pueblos a la paz y a elegir su propio camino de desarrollo, y convocan a realizar en nuestros países una gran movilización por el 21 de septiembre, Día Internacional de la Paz.
In both forums, final declaration and action plans were approved, calling on the people to demand respect for the principles of self-determination of the peoples, independence, sovereignty, equality, and no interfering in internal affairs of the state, as well as the legitimate right of the people to peace and to choose their own path of the development, and call for a great mobilization in our country for September 21, International Day of Peace.
Para cumplir este objetivo es necesario aunar fuerzas y continuar fortaleciendo los vínculos de trabajo con todas las organizaciones pacifistas del mundo en contra de la maquinaria inhumana del imperialismo norteamericano y sus acólitos, a favor de la soberanía e independencia de nuestros pueblos.
To achieve this goal, it's necessary to join forces and continue strengthening the link with all the pacifist organizations around the world against the United States imperialism and in favor of the sovereignty and independence of our people.
Concluyo recordando una frase del gran Mahatma Gandhi, líder mundial y precursor de la paz, y cito: no hay camino hacia la paz es el camino. Fin de la cita. Hasta la victoria siempre. Venceremos. Muchas gracias.
I want to conclude by recalling a phrase of the great Mahatma Gandhi. There is no way to the peace, peace is the way. To the victory always we will win. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We have many prominent personalities who are attending this the inaugural session of our national conference. Among them are Pupinder Sambar, Bant Singh Brad, Balbir Jandu, prominent journalist. Sampurn Singh Shajali came from Sangrur. Mr. Joginder Singh Toor, senior advocate. Mr. Chaman Lal, who wrote a very prominent books, especially of Bhagat Singh, about Bhagat Singh. Dr. Gagandeep, Rabindranath Sharma ji, our president of this AIPSO Punjab unit. Devarajan ji coming from Kerala. Dildar Singh, among others, Mr. Naresh Bansal, advocate, Amit Bansal, advocate, Rajiv Gudara and Divya Gudara, and Mr. Dvinder Sandhu, advocate from Moga. We thanks all of them for attending this conference and encouraging us. Now I request our Comrade Rabindra Adhikari, General Secretary of Nepal Peace Council, please come and address this our inaugural session. After that, our friend from Bangladesh, Paltu Bhai ji, तैयार हैं.
Thank you, Comrade Archan Singh. A respected member of the Presidium, Comrade Pallab Sen Gupta, newly elected President of World Peace Council, Comrade Heracles, Executive Secretary of World Peace Council, friends from abroad, leaders of All India Peace and Solidarity Organization, dear delegates and friends.
On this very glorious ceremony, I would like to congratulate the leaders and members of AIPSO for organizing this conference. I would like to share solidarity and best wishes on my personal behalf and on behalf of the leaders and members of Nepal Peace and Solidarity Council. Dear friends, we are in very crucial juncture in the history where the new liberalism, populism has adversely affected the social, economic, and political life and sovereignty of the people, and neo-imperialism, war economy, and imperialist aggression has threatened the sovereignty and peaceful existence of least developed and developing nations. We in South Asia and Asia Pacific region have been further affected by the geo-economic and geopolitical interest and rivalry of powerful nations. The imperialist controlled cyber world and corporate media funded by the populist, our direct and indirect financing by imperialists and mega corporates have prevented peoples to enjoy their right to true information, independent view making and analysis. The political awareness have been mainly captured by corporate media and social media misguiding. The Conference of All India Peace and Solidarity Organization is highly relevant in this context, where all of us are struggling to find a proper and conceptual way for defending people's right to sovereignty, democracy, and state accountability, as well as international responsibility. I have a strong belief that these auspicious gathering of peace campaigners would contribute logical conclusion and recommendations for strengthening peace movement and building solidarity among people's peace movement in this region and around the world. Dear comrades, Nepal Peace and Solidarity Council has been proud to share that we have been always in a strong friendly relations with APSO wherever we have attended, together to discuss and raise concern over the contemporary concern of peace. Nepal Peace and Solidarity Council APSO often shared common views and position. Being both member of the World Peace Council, we appreciate the contribution made by leaders of APSO for strengthening our voice against all kinds of war, aggression, suppression, and imperialist action. We have stood together where we observe risk and threats to the peace in South Asia and Asia Pacific, whether that is from inter-country conflict, geopolitical containment, or terrorism and other economic rivalries. We appreciate the defense made by APSO towards democratic norms and values that supports progressive transformation, social security, and fundamental freedom of the people. We would also like to contribute Comrade Pallab Sen Gupta from APSO on his election as Chairman President of World Peace Council. This itself is evidence of the APSO leadership and contribution on the world peace movement. Dear comrades, despite of our continuous efforts, we have observed economic rivalry of powerful nations, rising populism, democratic deficit, threats of terrorism, world power contestation, and economic crisis in our region. All these are threats to the people's peace that we have been calling for since more than 5 decades. Therefore, the importance of our peace movement has more relevant than ever, and our solidarity is more essential than ever in the past. I believe this Congress would provide APSO new energy with far-sighted analysis and roadmap for strengthening peace actions in India as well as building solidarity with movement around the world. Once again, on behalf of the progressive and peace-loving people of Nepal, I would like to extend our best wishes and solidarity to you all and leaders of AIPSO for the grand success of the conference. Thank you very much, comrades.
Thank you very much, Rabindra Adhikari. We have with us Professor Jaipal Singh and Professor Surinder Kaur, who are attending this conference. We are very thankful to them. Now we have Paltu Bhai from Bangladesh, Mr. Muzaffar Hussain Paltu. He is the president of the Bangladesh Peace Council.
Honorable Chair, respected delegates and comrades and friends, I wish my happiest thanks and grand success this All India Peace and Solidarity movement organized by All India Peace and Solidarity Organization. It is a great opportunity for us. We from Bangladesh, we have come with 3% delegation. One is Mr. Harunur Rashid. He is a Presidium member of Bangladesh Peace Council, who is also socio-political and peace leader of the Bangladesh. Another, Advocate Hassan Tariq, who is the important and most active member of Bangladesh Peace Council, Secretariat member, who is very much active national and international peace movement. Perhaps all of you know Advocate Hassan Tariq. In this August moment, I want to say in this conference, India is very lucky. They had the leadership of Ramesh Chandra as a Secretary General who created tremendous success in the peace movement. Now, another opportunity has come to India. Mr. Pallav Sen from India, who is elected as the President of World Peace Council. I wish it all success. Here come another personality by his movement, by his active work, earnest sincerity, who became the Executive Secretary of World Peace Council, Mr. Iraklis. Here present distinguished prominent Indian peace leaders who contributing much in the peace movement. I want to say that we have come from Bangladesh. Among Bangladesh, India is a very good friend because when we are oppressed, millions of people were killed in the year 1971. I remember the then Indian Prime Minister, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, and Indian people who supported us wholeheartedly. Not only wholeheartedly, they have given us shelter. I remember the Indian army who sacrificed their lives for our liberation. I remember the contribution of the then USSR government people. I remember the contribution of the World Peace Council in our liberation movement, who gave tremendous support. When imperialist, America and other their friends were supporting Pakistan, who are making genocide in our country at that time. India, Soviet Russia, World Peace Council came to help us, support us. Today, I want to inform you that Bangladesh Peace Council is always working in various occasions, rise in various time, in different times. The Palestinian people is oppressed. They are killed by Israeli junta supported by America. We always protest. We made meeting. We organized various sectors of the people's gathering for their Palestinians' right cause. Today, I want to mention the time when Indian Peace and Solidarity Organization organizing this conference. World is facing various crises. You know, pandemic has tremendously affected in the economy, health sector, financial, everywhere social. More than 1 crore people were died. Crores of people suffered. When whole world is suffering at that time, Western countries who warmongering people, they instigated Ukraine and NATO. Now there are sanction, war. Whole of the world is now vulnerable situation is facing. So in this moment, in this August hours, this conference, I think right time. It is the right time for our peaceful who are working for the peace and who working for the welfare of mankind, who working for the uh, better for to make a better world. So we have to work together, heart to heart, hand to hand, to face. By this time, the great leader of Malaysia, Mahathir Mohamad, apprehended that there might be third world war. Keeping this, third world means nuclear war. Nuclear means total destruction of the whole mankind. So we have to realize it. That's why how this war can be stopped. We don't want war. We don't want a sanction. We should rise together to make a peaceful world, which is our goal. I thank Indian Peace and Solidarity Organization from the uh, part of Bangladesh Peace Council. They have extended their invitation to us. And I thank Ramesh Chandra, who contributed for the world peace, as well as who contributed to confer our Julio Kuri 50 years ago to our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. So we thank Ramesh Chandra and other World Peace Council, then leader of the Peace Council. I hope that in future we can work together to establish peace and to resist the warmongering people. I conclude my speech. Again, I thank Indian Peace and Solidarity Organization to invite me in this August organization. Thank you. Joy Bangla. Joy Bangabandhu.
Thank you very much, Paltubai. Despite odds and this age factor, they are coming from Bangladesh. We are really thankful to him. We have among our others present also Mr. Ramon Rai, General Secretary of Gandhi Global Family, and Joginder Pal Singh Kundra, journalist from Amritsar. We thanks them for attending this conference. Now we have our comment from Sri Lanka, Mr. Budika. He will give us a greeting address. Among us is also, he was not there, Mr. Udayaraj Pandey. He is also delegate from fraternal delegate from Nepal, and he has the honor to serve Nepal as the ambassador in Saudi Arabia and thereafter in Malaysia. He is here, our good friend Mr. Udayaraj Pandey. We welcome him. Now, please, Mr. Budika.
Dear comrades, peace loving friends, it's a great pleasure to be here in this wonderful moment, and also it's a great honor to be in this city, which is a well engineered, well maintained, nice city. We, the Peace and Solidarity Organization of Sri Lanka, are very grateful for the invitation of the National Conference of All India Peace and Solidarity Organization at Chandigarh, Punjab, to participate in this important and timely organized event. We value the presence of peace and anti-imperialist movement with 72 years of history. First of all, let us congratulate Mr. Comrade Palab Sengupta, the General Secretary of All India Peace and Solidarity Organization, for his recent election as the President of the World Peace Council. It is a great strength not only for India but for the South Asia and rest of the world. The situation in South Asia, in the region, and in the whole world seriously worsened as a result of the confrontation and the war escalation promoted by US and its allies. Our meeting is taken place in a very crucial, important moment for the region, for the regional peace, where it demands high level of responsibility of all of us to save peace and its actively involvement in building a new era of peace without threats, without wars and exploitation. Not only a small nation like Sri Lanka, but even a powerful country like India in the region is stuck in the current geopolitical situation. Due to this present geopolitical situation, we have to get involved in imperial wars unnecessarily. Therefore, maintaining solidarity among South Asian countries as well as rest of the world extremely important. We appreciate the brave and decisive role placed by AIPSO against religious fundamentalism, extremism, and terrorism. At the same time, AIPSO has been a beacon of maintaining good neighborhood policy with all neighboring countries in India, an area that many Indian government fails to do so. Let us struggle to put in all types of imperialist wars, interventions, and exploitations until we build world we have dreamed and fought for. We PASOs in Sri Lanka reaffirm our solidarity with All India Peace and Solidarity Organization. Long live All India Peace and Solidarity Organization. Long live peace. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We have the honor that Amir Sultana, who was the senator of Punjab University, she is also here and she was also contributing a lot for strengthening All India Peace and Solidarity Organization. Now I request Mr. Yadvinder Singh Kang, who specially came from America for this conference. He's a very prominent doctor in America, and he is a friend of AIPSO in America. I request him to address for give his message for 2 minutes.
Hi, good afternoon, dear APSO conference delegates and observers. My heartily congratulations to all of you and special thanks to Hachan Singh Bhatt and his team for organizing this beautiful event today in the city of Chandigarh. Let's give them a big clap. As some of our speakers have mentioned that our delegates are shrunken, so it's a good initiative. I hope next time the hall size will be double or triple than today. Eh, While we are thankful for our people who formed APSO while we were fighting for freedom about 72 years ago, gone through the growing pains of APSO, and they took their message and they were the messengers of peace, and I'm trying to follow their footsteps, and I'm always available for this. And I will not take more time. Again, I congratulate everyone to be here, and the organization should grow day by day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We have also with us Mr. Alok Batara, advocate. We thanks for him that he is here. Now we have Mr. Hitesh Kapalish, advocate, who was working with us in Punjab and Haryana High Court, and he was a long time before associated with AIPSO. When we had received the Vietnam delegation 3 years back, he actively was involved in receiving and welcoming that delegation and still continuing to be associated with AIPSO. Now he is a very prominent solicitor in Australia, and he came, visited for India only for this conference to greet us, and all people have helped us a lot for the success of this conference. Now, Mr. Hitesh Kapalish.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. When I see the defense of constitutional values in my 23 years of practice as a lawyer, I have the privilege of practicing for 17 years under the Indian Constitution and now the Australian Constitution. What I have seen is the Indian Constitution is a live constitution. The Indian judiciary, throughout after independence, had been contributing in the growth of that constitution. And it has been found that in democratic setup, out of the four pillars, the judiciary and the press, they are the two pillars. And these two pillars always contribute to maintain a balance in a democracy. I've heard a lot about the world and from some of the most knowledgeable people out here. What I feel is somehow in the last few years, when we started practicing as lawyers, we could see judiciary was actively contributing towards that balance. In the last few years, the Indian judicial setup hasn't contributed to keep that balance, and somehow the tilt has gone in favor of the executive and the legislature. This is something very serious, and all the people associated with the legal system should think deeply into it. Why is the judicial setup not challenging the legislature wherever wrong decisions are made? The latest example has been a matter which was well decided in Keshavanand Bharati long time ago regarding the preamble. So there is an attack on the constitution itself, and the judiciary is not contributing towards maintaining that balance. Again, another imbalance which is being created and which I have found in Australia as well. Over there, most of the media is controlled by the government. And here we are slowly proceeding towards that place where most of the mouthpieces are being controlled. So my request to you people who are the contributors, who are the main think tanks of spreading peace and solidarity in the world, I would say that please keep this in mind. We have to keep these balances intact so that democratic values stay alive and we have peace in the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tej Kapilish. We have among us Mr. Karnveer Singh Pullar, journalist. He's joining with us in this conference. We thanks him for participating in the inaugural session of AIPSO National Conference. Now I request Mr. Balwinder Jammu. He is the Secretary General of Indian Journalist Union, of All India General Secretary, and he long time with us associated with AIPSO. I request him to greet the conference for 2 minutes.
प्रधानगी मंडल और दोस्तों, हम इस कॉन्फ्रेंस के लिए, सक्सेसफुल कॉन्फ्रेंस के लिए हमारे दोस्तों को बधाई देते हैं, कंग्रेचुलेशन देते हैं। आस करते हैं कि जो जहां डेलिब्रेशन होगी वो निचले स्तर पर उसको लागू करने की जतन किए जाएंगे। इसमें जो हमारे RS चीमा जी ने जो बात कही थी कि हमारे में जूथ कम आ रहा, उसके बारे में सोचना चाहिए, ताकि हमारी मूवमेंट तभी बढ़ पाएगी अगर हमारे साथ जूथ लोग नौजवान आएंगे। अगर नौजवान नहीं आएंगे तो हमारी मूवमेंट आगे नहीं बढ़ पाएगी। इसलिए हमको जतन सबको मिलकर करना चाहिए। मैं जो वर्ल्ड पीस काउंसिल के जो नए अध्यक्ष बने पल्ब सेन गुप्ता और इस कॉन्फ्रेंस के जो रुए रवा हैं, जो अच्छे लीडर हैं हरचंद सिंह भाट, उनको बधाई देना चाहता हूं और आस करता हूं कि जो फैसले जहां लिए जाएंगे उनको लागू करने के लिए उनकी टीम तन मन धन से अपना प्रयत्न करेगी। एक बार फिर मैं आपको मुबारकबाद देते हुए अपना स्थान लेता हूं, क्योंकि समय बहुत कम है, मैं बहुत बातें नहीं करना चाहता हूं, लेकिन बातें बहुत की जा सकती है कि इस समय जर्नलिज्म की हालत क्या है इंडिया में, हम कैसा दिन मना रहे हैं। हमारा देश जो इंडेक्स है, फ्रीडम इंडेक्स है, उसमें नीचे जा रहा है। 142 थे जब ये सरकार आई थी, अब 150 में स्थान पे हम नीचे जा चुके हैं। एक तरफ तो हम ऐसा मना रहे हैं कि अमृत उत्सव मना रहे हैं, तो जब जर्नलिज्म की बात होती है तो जर्नलिस्ट कहाँ है? एक जर्नलिस्ट हमारे केरला से गया था हाथरस में कवर करने के लिए, उसके खिलाफ कप्पन सदीकी था उसका नाम, उसके खिलाफ जुए पिए लगा दिया था। उसने अभी एक शब्द भी लिखा था, 28 महीने उसको जेल में काटने पड़े। अब एक नया एक्ट आ रहा है, IT एक्ट, अमेंडमेंट एक्ट आ रहा है, उसमें बहुत सारी चीजें की जाएंगी। हमने उसके लिए एक पत्र सभी देश के पार्लियामेंट मेंबर को लिखा कि ये ऐसा कानून नहीं बनना चाहिए, इससे सेंसरशिप का दौर आ जाएगा, इमरजेंसी का दौर आएगा, बहुत सारी बातें जो हमारे फील्ड में होने जा रही है। तो हम उनके खिलाफ, इंडियन जर्नलिस्ट यूनियन जो है उसके खिलाफ संघर्ष कर रही है। तो हम आपको भी आह्वान करेंगे, आपको भी सदा देंगे कि जो ब्रॉडर फ्रंट बनने चाहिए जर्नलिस्टों, हम आपके साथ हैं। देश में जो गोदी मीडिया आ चुका है, डोमिनेट कर रहा है, इसलिए जहां भी कोई स्पेस मिलती है, जहां हमारे ब्रॉडर फ्रंट बनेंगे, तब हम जाकर इस देश में जो डेमोक्रेसी के ऊपर हमले हो रहे हैं उनको रोक पाएंगे। इतनी बातें कहते हुए मैं आपका बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू वेरी मच जम्मू साहब। नाउ जो हमारी ग्रीटिंग्स का प्रोसेस चल रहा है उसमें लास्ट हमारे स्पीकर है डॉक्टर जसवंत सिंह, who is was the president of Doctors Association and now is working in the office of the Chief Minister of Punjab. He is here to greet us. We thanks Dr. Jaswant. Please come. Mr. Mukesh Gudara is also with us, who is the manager of Bank of Maharashtra. Ashwini Kapoor, President All India Peace and Solidarity Organization from Jammu and Kashmir. They are our delegates. Rajinder Kumar, Vice President AIPSO. They are also here. Please.
All the delegates from my state, from other states, and the delegates from foreign countries. I am very much thankful to all of you to be here to participate in the national conference of AIPSO. It is my privilege to be here amongst all of you. I welcome from the core of my heart. Punjab is known for its hospitality, and I think you will enjoy the hospitality of Punjab. We, as an organization, believe in the democracy, we believe in the fundamental rights of the people, we believe in peace, we are against aggression, oppression, and we believe in the social and economic development of the citizens of India and whole of the world. It is a great achievement of the AIPSO of Punjab. We faced the terrorism and we are against terrorism. There should be peace and the atmosphere of the peaceful living for the citizens, and I hope the world peace and pray for peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Saab. Now, our last speaker of this session is Mr. Pallab Sen Gupta. He's the General Secretary of AIPSO and also as informed to you that he was recently elected as President of World Peace Council. After his speech, we will honor our foreign guests and then we will have a lunch.
Good morning, comrade, comrade Presidium, and our fellow delegates. I will be also very brief because if I take much more time, then you will feel more hungry. So I don't want that situation should go up to that extent. But anyway, let me first express my revolutionary tribute to late comrade Bharat Prakash, who was the real leader of All India Peace and Solidarity Organization of Punjab, and also national level. And I think the hall is decorated in his name, Bharat Prakash. Then I just wanted to mention two speech. One is by the chairman of the reception committee and other by Rajender Singh Chima. If you listen correctly, two of their speeches, then I don't need that I should say something more. Because while the president of reception committee explained the political developments in and around India, then Mr. Chima also suggested us what should be our task. And he categorically emphasized that APSO should not be limited its activities only in seminar or convention or conference. They have to go to the people. We have to make transformation of present APSO from a coterie of some political representative to the people's organization. It is a huge task, but that task we have to fulfill. And that is our promise from this conference, and we will do our level best. With this word, I welcome all of you to attend these conferences. And when delegate session will be there, for sure we will speak more on this issue, okay, more this on these issues and our future task before you. Thank you, comrade.
Thank you very much. Now, as a honor, we are going to honor our guests who are coming from far away places as a symbol of their respect and their honor and their solidarity with us. First of all, we call upon, as we informed earlier, that the family of Comrade Prakash, who has devoted all his life for the cause of peace, and you know it is the Prakash Hall. His family is here. Even his great grandson Amber is here. So we will first of all, I will request our General Secretary and Presidium members that to come forward and honor the family. Mr. Gurnam Kanwar is there, their family member, and Mr. Amber जो ग्रेट ग्रैंडसन है वो भी आगे आ जाए दोनों प्लीज आइए हमारे वाइस चेयरमैन बलविंदर सिंह टमाणा जी ऑफ रिसेप्शन कमेटी एंड पल्लव सेन गुप्ता एंड our presidium member are here. They all together should honor. चलो हम गल च पौने प्लीज आगे जाए. So now next is Mr. Irakli Savdaris. I think he is not here. He will come later. Mr. Trank Dank Loy from Vietnam. लाओ जी ले आओ जल्दी जल्दी. सुधाकर आप जाओ ना. हाँ हाँ. After that, Rabindra Adhikari, Bimal Pokhral, and Uday Raj Pandey from Vietnam all come all together. Sorry, Nepal. 10. चलो आगे. हाँ हाँ कोई बात कोई नहीं. हाँ हाँ कोई. You stand here. चलो आगे. As you can see the symbol in the memento, open hand. It means our hands are open. It is a symbol of album of city beautiful Chandigarh. It is reflecting something, the open hearts and also unity and together. It reflects many things. And most of you may not know that Chandigarh was architectured by a French architecture, very famous French architecture. Now next is our comments from Bangladesh, please. Bangladesh. पलटू भाई जी आ जाए.
Oh, very much, very much. Okay. That's all. Okay, okay.
10 जने थे. 3. After after that, our comments from Cuba. Please come forward. देखना क्या करते हैं सारी जगह. नहीं यार. Next, our comment from Sri Lanka, Mr. Bhutika. If Dr. Harshvardhan is not left because he's supposed to travel, then he can come on this stage. Harshvardhan चला. Now, उधर से तुम्हें भेजना खुदा के जिंदा रहे. हाँ. इन 2 दिन एक को डॉक्टर हर्षवर्धन आया से उधर. Now, Mr. Yadvinder Singh Kang, coming from America, our very good friend, and he will also accept a memento and honor on behalf of Dr. Harshvardhan. Dr. Harshvardhan just came here in the morning, attended the session, but he is traveling back to America, so he is not present. But our Mr. Kang will hand over the shawl and memento to Dr. Harshvardhan. So he will accept two on behalf of Dr. Harshvardhan also. Yes. Now next is Mr. Hatesh Kapalish. Please come. Lavneet also. Good friends. Lavneet Keetik. सज्जन सिंह जी. किसी को नहीं होना. Sajjan Singh ji, please come. Please come and enjoy. No, come, come. Now next is a Comrade Nritpal Basu. Please come. नहीं Last is Mr. Yadav Reddy, please. हाँ इतने इतने खड़े जाओ उनको बात So, AIPSO leadership, general secretaries and others do not feel that we are not honoring them. That part would be done in the concluding session. I assure them we have sufficient this noise and moment. Yes, please. Okay, come bring. Our friends want to give something to Mr. Raklis and Pallams. And thereafter our Bangladesh comrades, they brought some gift. So they will also hand over it to Pallams and Gupta and others. आइए
Comrade, it's a booklet.
Yeah.
You
can speak.
Thank you, everybody. It's a booklet. It's actually the political declaration adopted at the 22nd World Peace Assembly, recently concluded in Hanoi in November 2022. West Bengal State Committee published this booklet as a booklet, and Comrade Robin Dev handing over the copies to Comrade Pallab Sengupta, President World Peace Council, and Comrade Iraklis, General Secretary, World Peace Council, and other foreign dignitaries. Thank you all. And copies will be available outside. I would request you to please donate 20 rupees per copy. Thank you all.
Now our Bangladesh comrades, they brought some souvenir for AIPSO conference. So I request them please come forward and give. Okay, for Palabda. Please, Palab, come here. So this is the conclusion of our inaugural session. After that, lunch is ready. Please enjoy your lunch. And next session would be sharp at 2:30. Huh? 2:30. Yes, 2:30. Because already it is 1 plus something. So it was 1 hour minimum required. And I request our Punjab comrades, they stay here. They will have a lunch later. They stay in the hall. Others, they can go for lunch. All our Punjab friends who are here or outside, please they stay here. चले तो ठीक है सर ठीक है सर
फर्स्ट पीस कॉन्फ्रेंस की थी ना हमारे सर 1952 में नहीं की थी इफ्ता
ओके अभी नहीं पता
इलेक्शन का भी फोटो है ठीक है फर्स्ट पीस कॉन्फ्रेंस की थी हमारे सर
खाना खा दो रोटी थले ਆਪਾਂ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ ਬਾਹਰ ਵੇਖਣਾ ਤੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਹਿੰਮਤ ਕਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਾਲੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਵਾਲੇ ਆ ਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਿਆਓ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਜਾਣਾ ਥੱਲੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਖੜ ਕੇ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਖੜ ਕੇ ਕਰਨਾ ਬੁਲਾ ਲਓ